This video demonstrates how to enter game events, which are used to generate a live play-by-play and statistics for your games. It does take a little time to get familiar with entering game events and setting up the team, so MadPuck provides a Try It Now feature for a sample team that is already set up and ready to go. So we're going to choose the menu, Try It Now, and then enter game events using a sample game. The first time you go into the event screen, you'll be asked which events you want to track. MadPuck breaks down the job of gathering events into 6 smaller pieces: time, faceoffs, shots for, shots against, goals, and penalties. You can do as much or as little as you like in any given game. You work together with other hockey parents to track as much or as little as the team would like. Obviously, the more events you enter, the more information the viewers at home watching the live play-by-play will get, and the better your stats will be. Don't let the number of options here intimidate you. Each section is pretty straightforward. MadPuck was designed specifically for the fast-paced game of hockey to allow any hockey parent to help gather events and still enjoy the game. If you don't have anyone else to help you enter events and you just want to take it easy, or you're just getting started, entering events can be as easy as just updating the scoreboard when goals are scored. Over the next few videos, I'll go into detail on each of the event entry roles. If anyone else has signed up for tracking game events, their name will be shown below the event type. So for time, their name would be here. If they're signed up for face-offs, their name would be here. And if they're signed up for shots for, their name would be here. For my kids' games, we often meet up in the lobby or in the stands before the game to discuss what each person is going to track. You might also consider creating a MadPuck chat group for statisticians to discuss who's going to be at the game and decide ahead of time what people want to enter for a game. For now, let's sign up for time and shots for, and then hit save. You'll notice at the bottom of the screen, you can see the tab control showing different roles. As you move between the different options, the screen above changes to provide entry for that type of event. So the time screen, face-offs, shots, goals, and penalties. You'll notice that the time and shots have a different icon with a check mark in them, indicating those are the events which we are responsible for entering. The other types of events, face-offs, goals, and penalties, have a question mark indicating that no one signed up for those events. If another person is signed up for an event, which is not the case here, there will be no icon shown. You might have noticed that on the event sign-up screen, there were 6 event types, but only 5 are shown here. This is because shots for and shots against are shown on the same screen, which makes it easier if you're signed up to do both. If we go into the shots screen, you will notice there is a separate control to switch between shots for and shots against, which have the same icons as the tab at the bottom of the screen. Shots for has the checkmark icon since we signed up for that event, and shots against has a question mark icon because no one has signed up for it. If we do start entering shots against, we will automatically be assigned that role since it is currently unassigned. The menu at the top of the screen allows you to access additional functionality. Plays allows you to see the play-by-play that's created as you're entering events. Edit Game allows you to change the game settings, including the game rules. Game Roles shows you the screen that you saw when you first went into the game and allows you to change what roles you're responsible for. Edit Goals allows you to edit information about goals that have been entered, for example, who scored and who assisted. Stats shows the full stats for this game. Shots shows shot information for this game. And finally, shot entry settings, which provide additional controls when entering shots. And we'll get into all these options more in the shot entry video. You'll notice that the time, face-offs, and shot screens all have the rink image at the top of the screen. Picture yourself sitting in the stands below the rink image overlooking the rink. Bar Down Bandits team is on the left-hand side relative to where you're sitting, and Blades of Steel is on the right side. If you click on the team name above the rink, you'll be prompted to switch ends. This changes the perspective for all the stats users, not just yourself. And now for a really quick demo of entering events for each event type. Please see my other videos where I go into detail on each event type, one per video. So we're going to start with the time, and we're going to start the clock. Notice this automatically starts the period. We're going to choose that our team is on the left-hand side. And we're going to choose an offside for Blades of Steel, so it would be on the left-hand blue line. And the offside is entered, and the clock stops. Now we're going to choose to start the clock again. And this time hit the stop button, and we can choose between a lot more options for stoppages of play. And we're just going to say puck out of bounds. Next, we're going to go to faceoffs. We're going to choose the player and the location, and it's a face-off win, so the green check mark. Next, shots, and a shot 4. So we're shooting on this side of the rink, so we're going to choose the location, the player first, then the location, and the check for a shot on net, and we'll make it a glove save and save. Then we'll choose a shot against. First thing we need to do is put our goalie in. Defaults to the start of the game. Choose save, and then choose a location of the shot against, and blocker save, and choose save. Next, we're going to choose a goal. Goal for our team, scored by, assisted by, and other on-ice players. Notice the time of the goal and period are automatically set by the time clock. We can adjust them if we want. We're going to choose add, and then you'll notice the score increases, and also if you go to the scoreboard, it's increased here as well. And then finally, over to penalties, we'll do a penalty on our team. Type of penalty we'll say is tripping. Choose the player, and choose add. Feel free to play around in this game, entering game events and exploring all the different options. No one else will be able to see the events you're entering, and no notifications will be sent. Once you move to a real team with fans, some of the events you enter, like starting the clock or entering a goal, will send notifications to the fans, and all the events will be shown in the play-by-play. But the Try Now feature allows you to mess around without others being able to see what you're doing. Now that we've practiced entering events on the sample team, let's look at how to create events on a real team. If you haven't already set up a team, check out the MadPuck team setup video to help get started. I'll include a link in the description below. So we're going to go back out to the teams list. We're going to choose our team, games, select the game, and then track live game events. And if you don't see this card, contact your team admin to give you the statistician role. So we're going to click that card, and up comes our game role selection. We're going to choose time and shots 4, the same as last time, and click save. And now we're able to enter events for this real game. That's all for this demo. Check out our other videos which go into detail on each of the event entry roles. Thank you for your interest in MadPuck, and we'll see you at the rink.